Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock 2. As you can see, I'm all tricked out. I've got some armor going. In fact, I've got a little more armor to put on in my inventory. And we are in the end, sort of. Well, it's the StoneBlock end. So basically there is just a bunch of endstone, and there's this ender fluid stuff that I'm not entirely sure I understand. But the reason we're here is that we actually are going to try to summon the ender chicken. Now, I'm not going to kill this guy. This guy is pretty tough. But I am going to try to grab some dragon's breath so that I can make some ender stars, because that's what's required for the philosopher's stone. So, if I can show you right here, yeah. So the ender star requires dragon's breath. The rest of this we actually have already, but if we're going to get, anything done with the ProjectE stuff, we're going to need some dragon's breath. We're actually getting pretty close on some of the other stuff. For example, this Draconic Evolution tab has a few things, and I'm going to show you that later. Especially since I'm hoping we can get towards this and maybe these things later today. Later in this episode, that is. But the first step, hopefully, is to not die here. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a big explosion, isn't it? My goal here is just not to die. If I can just not die, that'd be great. I'm not sure how well that's going to go, though. I just need to get enough dragon's breath to get my craft done. Hello? I don't know what it's doing. Sounds like a dragon. Oh, there we go. And dragon's breath, here we go. Ah! No, that's not dragon's breath. Yes! Got it done. Alright, I think that might be it. We only got one? What? Ow! 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 Alright. I didn't get any more, but screw it. We're getting out of here. Wait, where's my hole? Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Alright. So, we managed to survive. We got our one dragon's breath, which frankly is all I need. I'm going to need to get a way to get rid of this stuff. But yeah, the rest of it is pretty simple, hopefully. And I should probably get a ladder here so it's a little bit less dangerous. Yeah, we can now go back to base, put this away, and then the other thing we need, obviously, is the nether star. And luckily, though I didn't kill any wither skeletons with my mob grinder here. I did manage to get a few wither skeleton skulls in a loot crate, which I'm now automatically opening here. There's a little setup here. And I also made an anti-barrel. This might be useful if you're playing through the pack on your own. These are very helpful because they hold unstackable items, which became an issue. Anyway, and as you can see, we've got plenty of mob drops here as well, but not really a concern at the moment. So we can kill a wither. All we need to do really is, well, kill a wither. So I'm hoping that we have enough materials to make some wither-proof stuff. I think. Oh yeah, this is actually really simple. So if we make a bunch of this stuff, should be good. And yeah, we should be able to spawn in a wither and kill it and grab ourselves another star real fast here. So I'll come back when I've got that set up, I suppose. And yeah, we'll hopefully get to ProjectE real soon today. Because actually, I already have everything we need for an alchemical chest. So I'm just waiting to craft, well, let's craft it now. But in order to progress from there to the next stuff, it's really going to take a little bit of work. So I'll set up some wither killing chamber, and we'll come back and do that fight. And with a little bit of work and a few extra reinforced obsidian, we've actually got ourselves a nice little kill chamber here. So hopefully none of the skulls can get out. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. And we've got, yeah, we should have the ability to just put these back down. And the wither should be trapped in here. Yep. And then all we got to do is make sure that we don't die. Should be easy enough, right? Because he's not going anywhere. As long as we don't die in the fight. It's noisy though. Alright, not the best weapon I've ever used, I gotta say. But it seems to be working pretty well, and he's not damaging us at all, so this is an A+ for me. Looks like his head's trapped in there. Yeah, looks like it. So this is just like what we did on the MC Legend server where we trapped Wither in Bedrock. And, oh, now he might be out. But, that's okay. He's almost dead anyway. After this, we got to start figuring out how we're going to get more Wither skeleton skulls, because doing it this way is a little bit unreliable, if you might, as you might imagine. All right, that was loud, but we've got it done, and we've got our Nether Star. So let's hop on over here. And now that we've got the materials for it, let's make our Philosopher's Stone and start into Project E, which is ridiculous. You know, 5 episodes in, I didn't think that I'd be in Project E already, but here we are. Alright, so, Philosopher's Stone, Ender Star, bam, done. And then the rest of this should be actually fairly easy. We need blocks of emerald, glowstone, and Philosopher's Stone. Bam, done. Quest done. And if we run over here, oh, we need to get another flux storage. Seems like the most common quest reward, basically. I'm not sure why. We can get this chest back out. Let me grab that. Excellent. And then the next quest, if you take a look here, is Energy Condenser. Now, this is actually a fairly simple thing to do. All you need to do is take a fusion crafting setup, put in some dark matter. Oh, this is going to be the problem, really. So we need to get, let's see, yeah, all the way up the line here, which means probably I'm going to start using the coal chickens that I got spread up. Yeah, and we're going to need to get them accelerated and running real fast here, because having a small number of chickens really isn't an option. And for that, we're going to create a roost. We need hay bales. Easy enough. And then we also need another drawer, which also should be easy. Come on. Oh, what the heck. No, not a trap chest. Normal chest. Thank you. Alright, another drawer, and we should have... let's see, if I need to get an upgrade. I need an emerald upgrade for the storage, and I need a void upgrade just so it doesn't clog up the storage system up there. So yeah, if we run up here to our chickens, I'm just going to put this in place and then probably go AFK for a little while, because we're going to need a whole lot of coal. Lots and lots of coal. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Alright, so this can go over here perhaps. Put the chicken in. Grab our drawer. Put that right there, and then upgrades. Alright, so we should be alright there. You can see I've got Awakened Draconium here and Normal Draconium as well. So we should be able to craft all of the Draconium stuff pretty easily. And as you already saw, I've got the fusion crafter and all that business already set up in a room down there. So all we need is the coal and run up the quest line to the excuse me, to the dark matter and then the red matter, and that should be all we need in order to get to the energy condenser. Once we've got that, we can turn anything into anything, basically. So it should all start to come together pretty quickly here. Yeah, we just need this EMC stuff. So I'm going to let this coal chicken run for a while and start crafting up the stuff that it gives me. And I'll be back when I have enough for this fusion craft. I'll see you then. And after a long time waiting for the chickens to poop out enough coal, I've got a whole bunch of red matter and a whole bunch of dark matter, plus a couple of chests that we need to make this happen. So what we're going to do is put down our red matter, our dark matter, our crystal chests, or 2 different chests rather, and stick this in here. Oh, pedestal tier 2 low. Oh no, we have to go up to the wyvern level. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so in order to get that to happen, we need to go through this business. So we need 10 more of these. And we're gonna need, well, not too much actually. So it looks like I've got a little bit more work to do on this business, but it shouldn't be too long, I imagine. So I'll be back once I've got the wyvern tier stuff ready to go. I guess I'm going to have to dig out another room above this or something in order to make it happen. But yeah, geez, I wish I'd thought this one through. I thought this was a basic tier thing. Anyway, I'll be right back. And after quite a lot of time spent trying to kill withers because I needed 10 wyvern cores, let me show you this. 10 of these, which each require another star, so I killed 10 withers since the last time you saw me. I now have a wyvern level fusion crafting set up, and I've got everything put into their proper locations, so we should be ready to go. And this should take a little bit of time, but after it, we will have our energy condenser. And that's great because it's the first step towards being able to replicate things. And for example, I only have to kill 1 more wither and then I should be able to have nether stars for days. However, let's make sure we got this done. Come on. Boom. Done. And that's a quest, so we can take a look at that. Sweet. Another ender tank. That's exactly what I need. So let's go and put this down somewhere so I can show you all what's going on with it. Probably going to put it next to the AA2 system for now because a lot of the stuff that I want is in the AA2 system. So basically you put an item here, that's what you want to replicate, and you put other items into the main inventory. So for example, if I wanted to take wither skeleton skulls, put one of those in there, and then I took, say, some emeralds, and dumped them in. Oh, didn't work. Oh, didn't work at all. What's going on here? That's 2,000. Now I'm starting to think that I'm not doing this right. Hold on. Energy condenser, break any items placed in the main inventory into EMC, and then convert that EMC into the target item. Well, that's what I did. What's happening? Maybe there's too much EMC? What's going on here? Something must be broken with this because it doesn't seem to be working at all. Alright, well I'm going to do some research and figure out what the heck is going on here, I guess. But in principle, we should have this ready to go. in practice, oh, there we go. See, I just had to move it. For some reason, it wasn't working over on the other side. Cool. So we have a few wither skeleton skulls now. That's very helpful. Oh man, this is a little bit OP, just a little bit. Alright, we're gonna stop this now because we have too many now. But yeah, we can do pretty much whatever we want with this now. And the first thing we're gonna do is probably grab another star so that we can actually duplicate that up and get some more of these things going. So I'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully we'll have some more energy condensers, and that's yeah, pretty much my goal for the next next day or so is get to a good point here. By the way, getting an energy condenser Mark II is one of our other options, and we need to get Draconic tier for that. Probably that'll take a little bit here, but there's another option. We could try to go for a transmutation table. Now this might not be as big a deal as it looks like. The only real problem is the neutronium nuggets. Now we're gonna have to get a neutron collector for that. Neutron collector. And this requires quite a bit, so we are going to have to duplicate the nether stars first to get this. And then I believe once we've got one pile of neutrons, we can actually duplicate it because it's got EMC. So yeah, I guess the goal here would be to get this going and then start duplicating those, because all of this is going to be pretty trivial, it looks like. Crystal matrix, as long as we can duplicate the nether stars. So yeah, I guess my next goal is to first set up the extreme crafting and then make this neutron collector, and then we can start towards our transmutation table. The only other things that we need to get are the dragon eggs. This I'm not so sure about. I guess we can just go kill the dragon, the ender chicken rather, because that's where you're supposed to get the dragon eggs, and then we can duplicate it up using EMC because of course EMC is a thing. By the way, I also melted up some manulin. I got the manulin chickens finally, 10, 10, 10. And I was going to upgrade my sword here, because I've got an obsidian broadsword right now, and I'd really like to have something else. So, since I've got you all here, we might as well do that on camera. And, oh right, it disappears. So, if we come over here, I've also got this tool forge. Add this in. And this goes from 6 attack to 10, and the durability more than quintuples. So I'd say that's pretty good, a pretty good trade-off. And yeah, I'll put that there. And I'm gonna probably upgrade all of the tools to do this, including the other part of the sword. So yeah, when we come back, hopefully all the tools are also better. But I think that's everything I need at the moment. So yeah, I'll work on getting some more materials for the ProjectE stuff, and soon, hopefully soon, we will have all kinds of ProjectE goodness happening in our lives. And I'll see you very soon with that update. And with a few little changes to my workflow here, I'm trying to get a night slime chicken to get night slime ingots, and I am going to, and now I'm actually geared up in, Draconic Evolution armor. So I'm pretty much all set to go and kill the ender chicken, because the dragon eggs and the night slime ingots are pretty much the last things that I need. I also need one of these energy condensers, I suppose. I'll just pick one of these up real fast. No problem. And yeah, we're pretty much just missing the night slime ingot and the dragon egg, so if we pop on up there, we should be able to start doing this right now. So yeah, I'm actually going to need my climbing gloves because I still haven't put ladders. Actually, do I have ladders? Enough ladders? I might be able to do this with ladders. Yeah, I think I'd prefer that. So let me grab a little bit more stickage and put some more ladders in my inventory. There we go. So now, if we just pop on up to the mining dimension, we can start putting down ladders. It's going to be maybe a bit longer than I want to do on camera, but life is hard sometimes. Oops. Okay, BRB, I'll do this off camera, and I'll come back when I've got this set up. And after a little bit longer than I like to admit, we have a ladder all the way up to the end dimension, so if we pop on up here, I'm sure it's going to be super duper loud. We maybe need to... crap, I need to put more ladders up, of course. But this is actually not too bad, because it's just a few blocks up here. And all we need to do, really, is is get towards the Ender Chicken, and hopefully, oh my gosh, the Ender Chicken has done a lot of damage. But yeah, let's head towards it and knock out its shield, and then we can start doing damage to it. You can see there are some dragons coming at us here. Actually, this is not that bad a fight. The real problem is going to be when we get to the Chaos Chicken. We're going to basically need infinity armor for that, so we aren't going to do it for a while here. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. Come back here. There we go. We got it. Alright, so that's a quest done. And we should, in theory, get a dragon egg out of the deal. We did. And a few other things here and there. Dragon heart, that's going to be helpful later. Dragon scales. Yeah, looking good. So, now I just need to get back towards my hole here. There we go. And I'm going to actually mark this with torches. Just it's very dark here. I'm not sure how much you all saw of that fight, in fact. But, well, we needed to do it. So we popped down into the mining dimension, all the way back down to our main dimension, our stone block dimension, and we're going to duplicate up these dragon eggs, and once we've got that, we should be pretty close to our transmutation table. Again, the only thing we need really is the night slime ingots, which I haven't gotten yet, but well, it shouldn't be too hard to get through that. In fact, one question I have is there another way to get towards these? So there is the Tinker's alloying way. I don't really have purple slime though, so we're gonna have to probably do it through the chickens, which is, you know, what I'm trying to do anyway. So let's see if there's been any progress over here. Pig iron, okay. We'll get that eventually, but for now, let's just duplicate up these dragon eggs. And that should be a very quick process, given that I have pretty much infinite EMC if I really need it. You can see I've been duplicating a few different things to try to get things done. And yeah, easy enough to duplicate dragon eggs when you have EMC. So 18, perfect. We'll put 4 down in the corners here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last thing we need is that night slime, so I'll come back once we've got that done, and we should be ready to go with our transmutation table. So, see you in a few minutes. And finally, I got really, really impatient, and I set up a purple slime tree in one of my bonsai pots and got the night slime through the Tinker's Construct Smeltery. So, now we have a transmutation table. So, if you're not familiar with this, let's put it down here. Basically, you dump items into it, and you can pull them back out anytime you want. And it's fantastic. So yeah, it's really quite simple. We can pull out a bunch of emerald blocks, put in a bunch of EMC, and this is how we can start to duplicate items on demand anytime we want. Let's start putting in some of the really important stuff like wither skeleton skulls, pretty much anything with EMC we want to put in here. There's no reason not to. And then we don't have to, you know, craft it anymore. We just pick it out of the system. So this is super duper helpful. We're going to keep building on this, obviously, but ProjectE quest done. Easy enough. We can even put in this because it has EMC. So yeah, basically the idea is we're just going to continue to add things to our EMC system. And as we get them, you know, we can use EMC from other items to create copies of them. So it's really simple. Now, there's no reason for us to have a whole bunch of storage. In fact, we should probably start working on getting some of the stuff out of here and making it into EMC so we can just use it later. Yeah, use it later from there. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on dumping stuff into the EMC system here and there, and cleaning up our storage a little bit. And the next thing that we're going to have to work on, obviously transmutation tablet is a great thing to have. You can see that this is a little bit more complicated, however. So the infinity ingot, what we need to do here, we need to make an infinity catalyst, which requires some stuff that we already have first of all, but then we get into the ultimate stew. This is a bit more difficult, so we're going to work on some of this stuff. And then we also need cosmic meatballs, which is basically every type of meat in the game. Endus pearl, this is actually pretty easy. We might be able to do this right away. Record fragments. I wonder if there's a way for me to get this easily. It looks like there might be. And then the rest of these are singularities, which requires these neutronium compressors. And basically we just put in a bunch of items and yeah, see basically how long it takes us to get to that. But it should be fairly simple at this point, honestly, because a lot of these things, if not all of these things, have EMC. So we can pretty much put one into the system and then start pulling them out here and there as we need them. So I'm going to start working on getting more EMC, and well, actually, integration. I'm wondering if there's a way for me to set up my A2 system to work with the EMC system, but it doesn't look like it is equivalent. Project. What the heck was that called? It was something about equivalent exchange, I know that much, but I guess it was in Project Ozone 3 and it's not in this one, so. Anyway, I'm going to clean up a lot of our storage, put a lot of stuff into the EMC system so that we can use that for, well, for other stuff, basically. And yeah, we should have a lot more storage available very, very soon. And I think this is the end of the episode because we've gotten pretty far into the Project E stuff. We can take down a lot of the stuff that we've had, the infrastructure for like the mob farm. We probably don't need anymore. There's a lot of it, if not all of it, has EMC. So yeah, this stuff can probably all go away, and I'll start tearing down stuff that we don't need for an EMC kind of world. And I guess I'll start doing that off camera. Next episode, we'll start working on singularities. We will also get probably further in Draconic Evolution. And obviously, the singularities are their own quest as well. So once we get to the Infinity Catalyst, it starts to get pretty crazy. We're just going to be working on basically getting as much EMC as possible. And we'll also start getting to the point where we want to just basically clear out all the quests that we haven't done. So, yeah, the cows I'm going to skip for now. Probably all of the mystical agriculture stuff we can do because there's EMC for this. So we can just start pulling things out. And yeah, using EMC to duplicate all this stuff, so that's easy enough. And yeah, we're just going to start cleaning things up real fast since we've basically entered the end game. And we'll just knock out quests here and there. I'll try to give you updates here, as I get them when I get quests. But we're very quickly approaching the end here. And then basically it's just clean up and making sure that we have the system set up the way we want, like this A2 system. I set it up like this like the first day, what was it, episode 3? And it's quickly outgrown its usefulness. Like, we don't really use this system anymore, so probably want to rebuild some of it so that we can actually use it and it's actually useful. But other than that, yeah, we're getting very close to the end. And it's only like the 5th episode, so I imagine next episode we'll get pretty close to finishing all the quests, and if not, then well, we won't have many more episodes to go. Obviously, this stuff is going to take a little bit longer because this requires 675 billion EMC. At the moment, we have 100-some million, so it's going to take a while for us to get there. However, we are definitely getting very, very close, so yeah. Actually, can I... Oh, wait a minute. This is smart. Let's do this. We're going to duplicate this transmutation table quick so that we can do this, so that we don't have to have just one. Might take more blocks than that, actually. Oh, nope, we got it. Cool. And we'll stop it there. And then all we have to do is put this down, dump these back in, so now we can pull out a transmutation table anytime we need to, which is pretty much the goal here. Anytime you craft something new, the second you get it, you want to put it into the tablet, or into the table rather. So yeah, that's basically the goal, and yeah, I'm going to start working on that off camera. So I've been blabbering on a bit for for very little reason, but thanks again for watching, everybody. Hey, you know what to do. Look down in the video description. There's a link to the Twitter and the Twitch, and you're going to want to make sure you hit both of those up because that's where I announce things like streams and new videos and all that business. And hey, you might even catch me talking about local politics. And also make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube channel because you definitely want to know when the videos are coming out. And hey, give it a like, give it a comment, let me know how I'm doing, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.